let's talk about glass. Glass requires more than just speed and power. So over the years, people have tried many different ways to get glass to come out smooth, without chips and things like that. So they've tried dishwashing detergent, they lay it on, they let it dry. They've tried wet newspaper, wet paper towels, other different options like masking tape. Well, there's a couple of problems with that. One, it's messy. Two, if you have a crinkle in it, that crinkle is going to show up in your engraving. There's a better way to do glass. First, we're going to slow it down. Secondly, we're going to change the color of our file. Once we change the color of our file, it gives us the last little edge in softening that beam. So there's a specific color that I want to go for, and that color is 40% black in CorelDRAW. If you're doing Adobe Illustrator or another graphic design software, the RGB, very important, RGB color code needs to be R153, G153, B153. That is your color, and you must stick with it if you want it to come out properly. So I'm going to change my color. Now I'm in 40% black, RGB 153, 153, 153. I'm going to send it over now. So I go to print, and print just like normal. We set up our rotary under the advanced tab, centering point, center, rotary on, back to preview. So this is where the last part of that magic happens. I have a very specific resolution that you must stick with every time, and that resolution is 400 resolution. My speed, remember me saying we must slow it down? Glass can become very expensive if you have to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. So I want to slow that way down. I'm actually going to put this at 10% speed. Okay, my power is going to be adjusted by my wattage. 30, 40, 50 watts, 45 power. 60, 80, 40 power. 100, 120, 35 power. 200 watt, it's going to be even lower than that. You're going to need around 25% power with a 200 watt, maybe even less. So we're going to put that at 45 for this wattage. And my dithering, also very important. That must be stucky. Why? Because we're using a different color than true black, which is 000. So we are going to put that on stucky. And then I'm going to run this from bottom up so that I can see it running on the glass. Once I'm all set there, I'm going to go to print. Send it over to the machine. Once I have it over here at the machine, everything's already set up because if I did my steps before, I'm just ready to print now. So there's a couple things I want to do first. I want to trace the file first to make sure that my glass spins. So after I do that, I'm going to hit trace. My glass is spinning properly. I hit trace one more time. That gets it back into the spot that it's going to engrave into. Secondly, I'm listening for a sort of a loud just sound when it comes to this, sort of kind of like a chalkboard with nails, just much lower in volume, but the sound is still there. That's what I want to know that my glass is engraving properly. So I'm going to shut the lid and get ready to run my job.
hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more Maker Monday videos, check out this playlist. You can also learn more about the JCPL CreatorSpace at www.jesspublib.org/CreatorSpace.